Hello, everyone, and welcome to Start to Finish for the Stanley Parable. My name is Matt Bowyer. This is episode 3. What is our favorite time? We got permission. What would I say my favorite time is? On a weekend, I've done the things that I need to do, and now it's just coasting. I'm a morning person. 9:25 a.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? No, I remembered what you said. I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 9:25 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. Okay. It's not that inaccurate. Like, this would be if it was 6 hours off. We're not... I'm gonna put it like here. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. I do like sliders. Oh, maybe there could be some new sliders. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's whip a couple new ones up. I'm ready. Okay, we got new sliders coming. Thursday's going to be hype. Hype about sliders. All right, let's get back into this.
This is the...
Yeah, been done that. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm getting the feeling that turning the computers off doesn't do anything. I wish they did. I'm lost somehow. There's new content. Next time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We tried to do this accurately last time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
But
disbelief,
it didn't work.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You're correct. I did.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And I'm doing so. It's a nice office. I can tell it's not a video game because I can't flush the toilet. What an ugly door. That door's locked now. I can't go back in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
No, I'm
Trying
purposely
to
putting the
input
wrong
anything
codes
on the
in.
device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, fine.
2845.
No, I'm having fun doing this now.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I was gonna try and enter it now, but I can't see it. Hee hee. I feel like there should have been a response to that. But that's fine. Okay, now we're doing what we're supposed to do. We've never actually followed this all the way through. Should we? Probably, right? Like, what is the story that our narrator is trying to tell us?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Tiny bit.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Bye.
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm pretty hyped for it. If I just take the elevator up and down, will he, like, kill me?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
It's a nice
This
office.
has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
I think it's a certificate
I'm
of
bolted
pompousness.
to the edge of
That's
my
nice.
seat.
Okay, well. Okay.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Just doing squats. Keeping limber.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
The problem is, among the people that watch me do this are people who play in the tabletop RPG campaign I run.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
And I'm afraid they're gonna do this to me at some point.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
What a happy little bird.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay. So we can proceed? Great.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of
Revelatory?
fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm going back up in the elevator. Just silence now. Have we given up on me? No?
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize?
Duh.
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Yeah.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
He's
They
not
want
wrong.
big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal?
Because we're all on our
This
phones.
is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
Okay, I don't
And
know
it's
if I'd go
really
that
all
far.
because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I
Fresh
want
off my work on
stories
Dragon
that
Age 2.
surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it.
Like
which
an
is why
Activision
we're so
game.
starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your
Oh.
storytelling and your life.
Oh.
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
All secrets revealed. The storyteller, Stanley, reveals all in his new book. I thought for a moment the corner would never come. An evening with world peace, baby. What a get.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Okay. My public awaits. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
I like this. That's
It looks like they're
427.
ready for you. Go get them.
Remember, you came from your coworkers. An unforgiving account of ups as well as downs. From Elevator. Highs and lows. Isn't that what life's about? Stephen Stairs Walker. And 5 stars from Star Magazine. Oh God, I could almost read that. I can't zoom in. Story, Stanley, me, David, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. I love the way you ride elevators. Break a leg, champ. Your boss. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, tiger. And my boss wrote me a second message. I do have 2 legs. Wish you were here. The freedom ending. I've got little stickers. I played the demo. Adventure awaits. Oh, this is delightful. The pettiness. An audience with the dude who came up with pizza. I'm sorry, is that an evening with the Lord? The Lord and a meet and greet? Dang. Autographs. What the hell? That's my favorite ending yet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not yet. We're not doing new content until we do a little bit of
Stanley
old
came
content.
to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Sure did. Sure did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Go
of disbelief,
into the... Oh.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wonder if anything happens if you just go in the broom closet and stay there. Maybe
Coming
that'll be
to
the
a
last thing I
staircase,
do.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I couldn't open this door last time. Is this what it looked like last time? That is radioactive. Am I going down? I guess... Ooh. This is not what it did last time. What? I heard that. That was me. Stanley. It's a big building. Am I being penalized for getting in the elevator? I might be. feel like I'm going to turn around. There's just going to be a guy actually singing in here. Can you imagine if they put the scratch track on the CD? So how's everyone been? Got hot here again. It was like 80, 87 yesterday. It was nice, but it's back up in the mid 90s today. So I'm not really wanting to get outside as much. I want to get outside, but when I go outside, then I'm kind of upset about it afterwards. It's the problem with, I mean, just this area of the East Coast. It's gotten just a lot hotter since I was a kid. I am, as you all know, 143 years old. And still only going a little gray, which is nice. I'm reading a good book. Let me go grab it. Game's trying to break me. I cannot be broken. I don't know if it's Mary Beard's latest, but Emperor of Rome. I read SPQR. Well, I do have a thing about the Roman Empire. It's not my favorite period of ye olde history, but I do like it. And, I mean, it came from playing Rome Total War way back in the day. But I read SPQR by Professor Beard, I believe. I'm checking on the back. Oh, she has a lot of, I don't know if she's a professor. She has a lot of stuff. What is my favorite ye olde history? I am a huge fan of... Okay, what are the top ones? I don't... So the Three Kingdoms era of China from about 200 BC through about 220 AD is... like where you've got your Lu Bus, your Liu Beis, your Sun Tzus, your Cao Caos, all that stuff. I love it so much. It did absolutely come from playing Dynasty Warriors when they didn't know how to pronounce the names. But then just the more I read about it, the more I learned, and also as the games got better, it just, the personalities are phenomenal. Like, it's, I love it. I also love the Sengoku era of Japan. Your Oda Nobunaga's, your Akechi Mitsuhide's, Takeda Shingen, all, like, again, giant personalities, and just a fascinating era of history. I think more fascinating as far as, like, so with those, both of those eras, I've got people to really latch onto, because I do better with characters than I do with overall narrative. So I feel like I'm doing better with Emperor of Rome than I was SPQR because I've got specific people like Augustus, like Tiberius, like Nero, like Agrippina. Who's the Eupelagas? No, it's the like one of the last emperors. Great name. Elagabalus. No idea how to pronounce these, but it gives me a person to latch onto. And so I can kind of get an image. It helps me paint a better picture in my mind. This is impressive, but you can't break me. You might be able to break me, but I don't think you can break me. But there is the era of Japan that the visual novel Hakuoki Demon of the Fleeting Blossom is set during, which is the modernization of Japan in like the late 1880s or 90s, I think, where Sakamoto Ryoma is one of the people who, like, one of the most prominent people of that era. I've just started to learn about it, really. Like, I played Hakuoki, I adored it, and I don't think there actually were demon vampires back then, but I don't know, maybe. But just as far as, like, thinking about You still have like people attempting to uphold a samurai lifestyle while there are line infantry and Armstrong guns. It's just seeing those clash, and then knowing that characters from, like, because Hakuoki is based on actual people, like the members of the Shinsengumi are real people, just maybe not as beautiful in real life as they are in the game, because they're very, very beautiful men in the game. But it's wild to read a story, to play a story, and then read about the people that were in that, and then also see at the end of it that, like, Nagako Shinpachi, it's like, yeah, he went to movies at the end of his life. He was in a, like, the man lived into, like, the 1940s. That's crazy to me. I've never been good at, like, I know an era, it's like, I know what something happening in 1800 means. I know what something happens in 1950. But all of those are, like, individual bubbles, and I have trouble connecting them through time. The fact that somebody who fought with a sword would then go see a movie in a movie theater before he passed on is wild to me. We lived in DC up until very recently, and so I went to the Smithsonian Museum, the Air and Space Museum, shortly after they reopened it after doing some work internally. And in the section about the moon landing, there's a big video playing on the back wall that is kind of from the start of the idea of the moon landing to the actual moon landing, like that decade of the 60s. I was born in 1982. So seeing that video is great because it's all presented chronologically, but also it mixes in just clips of, like, what else was happening in the world at that time, like, you know, movies, like protest marches, like newsreels, like prominent events. And there are things that, like, I intellectually knew, but I didn't have them all on the same timeline. I have this weird temporal blindness where I just have a lot of trouble putting events in specific years and then realizing that two things that happened in, like, 1999 means they both happened then and they are related. They're not just siloed off in parallel universes. How long has this been going, by the way? What else have I been up to? I was gonna say I was off all last week. That's incorrect. I was off all the week before that on vacation with my best friend coming in from Oregon. We had a house guest for the first time since ever. We've never, like, we've had people come over, of course. Never had anyone stay with us. It was really nice. It was really surprising. It's weird that, like, at 40, how old am I? What year is it? 43, 143, 208 years old. That only now am I kind of feeling like an adult in some specific ways. Like, being able to entertain a guest. The adulthood feeling didn't last. We did just play video games multiple times. Like, one of those days was literally just we ordered pizza and played video games. It was incredible. It was the best possible day. And then we saw a race we saw races downtown on penny farthings. Those giant bicycles from before they actually made the bicycle. Frederick here, I live in Maryland, has the only one of those of its kind in the Western Hemisphere. I'm pressed. Okay. What are we? Ha ha! Asshole. Incredible work. I think I pressed down last time. If I go up. That's great. That's great. I'm really glad that's there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Alright, yeah, I did bring that one on myself. Ooh, a security camera.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
There it is. It was very brave of you to put this elevator here. I'm gonna be good this time, but I still might branch off into somewhere else. I feel like I shouldn't do...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I haven't done this. Maybe I will do the story as intended.
The lights rose on an
Ooh.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well... Oh. I hope so, since I think you closed the door behind me. Turn on the security cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Whoa!
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's mine? That's my office, alright. I didn't think that's the kind of thing they would miss, but I still wanted to see it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
A pirate
Never.
employee?
It was unthinkable. Wasn't
Yarr.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I be in control of my own mind.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, it's all flying currently, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be that bad. Oh, well... System power. Did I do it? Maybe so.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Whoa.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Heaven.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Angels.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight
Evil real
streamed
estate
into
men.
the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
True.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Why did they install
Perhaps
this
his
door?
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Look at that little bridge in the
Whatever life
distance.
he
I love
lives,
that.
It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I beat the game. I did it. But why am I back in? Now what will happen?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Take me back to the
Stanley
flower
decided
field.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, not now. We'll do another new content
Stanley came
tomorrow.
to a set of 2 open doors.
I'm
He
comfortable
entered
with
the
this.
door on his left.
I'm gonna go turn the machine on. It is I who shall be in control
Yet there was
of
not
the
a single
narrator.
person here either.
I wonder if that
Feeling
works.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I got so much speed. Is it the elevator again? It sure is. What a great, great little thing. The beige pages. If you need to get more
Okay, I
beiges.
think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Delightful. Whee!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep. Push the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Absolutely. I'm gonna look at that pirate one again, see if it's showing like
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Pirate.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
That's not
Stanley's
showing a boat at
co-workers.
all, I don't
The
think.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Why is
Freedom meant nothing.
459 has a radioactive box on the desk? That doesn't seem healthy. Look how green that is. Obviously they're repeating some, that's fine. That's distressing. The secret of the ooze.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Oh,
that
who's
his
that?
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay.
Here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now
Wow.
this is a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Where's button 4?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
I don't know where button
everyone
4
inside,
is.
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say,
Oh, it's up there!
this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Why is it so far?
To see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I mean...
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're
Oh, you
supposed
closed
to be
the
doing
door.
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen,
Butts.
clicking on every little thing in this room.
Uh-huh.
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
I
here's
got
a
charged
spoiler for
those.
you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
I bet you're
only
right.
Still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
I have 3 attempts
Challenge.
remaining.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. choices.
Cool.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the journey. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
That was awesome. Oh man, that was good. Whew. Let's do that again. There was a door that was
All of
open.
his
I'm going to
co-workers
go
were
through it.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I bet I got time to do that before I
When
stop.
Stanley
I'm doing
came to a set
okay
of two open
with the
doors,
move
he entered
motion.
the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Doing it.
Here's the door, just go.
Ah, that's good. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Yep.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Like
Did
the
he
Matrix.
have the strength to find out?
I
Now
wonder
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore
if
the
you
number
do
of an
the same
employee
actions
building.
again, does it give you the
Stanley's
same ending, or
co-workers.
does any of
The
them
lives of
change
so many
if you go
individuals
through it a
reduced to
second time?
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I guess technically we're gonna find out here. I'm sitting so far back now. We're gonna find out here when I try and go through that door. In
This
case it doesn't
mind
let me go
control
through that door,
facility,
we'll just see
it was
that whole
too
ending
horrible
again.
to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Sorry, I was getting a drink of water. Had to steel myself.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
All right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
This
over
door
another human
opened
life.
when I turned the power
For
on.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What will it do? Will it stay that way enough for me to go through it? I don't know.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley
that up
suddenly
there?
realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Is that a door?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
What a
How
weird
long
thing to
until
install.
detonation, then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Oh.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
Is there a
What all
purple
this
button?
means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the
All right,
story.
it doesn't let me
Sometimes
turn it
when I
back
tell
off.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever,
I think it's just gonna
pushing
play out
buttons
again.
endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only
That's a
34
10.
seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Failsafe disabled.
Oh dear me.
I wonder if there's anything you can do
Is it
here.
that you have no idea where you're going or
I'm
what
guessing
you're supposed to be doing
not.
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this
I don't
video
know.
game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution?
Oh.
10? 100? 1,000?
Oh, he's talking to me.
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity.
Oh, jeez.
And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
I see it.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Uh-huh.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
I don't think it's really a
It's
choice
all
if you're
the
just
same
gonna
to
kill me.
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
Well-
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's try one more. Not one more run of that.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand.
It's true.
It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Every time he says something new, it concerns me. Every time he
When
says
Stanley
something
came
new.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Not
to
this
his boss's
time.
office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Anything
He might
else
be
happen
fined
down
for
here?
that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Oh, I think we're
None of
just
it made any
repeating.
logical sense.
I want something
And as
different to
Stanley pondered this, he
end.
began to make other strange observations.
Begin the game again. I don't know if that's going to be different, but
All of his co-workers
it all
were
was the
gone.
same.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if we sprint
When Stanley
all
came
the way
a
to
set
the
of
escape,
two open doors,
and
he
then
entered
don't
the door on his left.
quit out? That's what we'll do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Great.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Whatever, man. I mean, I
The
will,
door
but I'm
behind
going to
him
meet
was
it back
not
there
shut.
too.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Whee! Time to die! Time to die! Ow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, it's gonna. But I'm letting it happen this time. Or is this what sent me to the
And
weird
yet
ending?
It would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game.
I mean, this is a weird
back
ending.
in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Are we in the museum?
When every
Oh,
path
it's the
you can
museum
walk has been
ending
created for
again.
you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I feel like there's... Is there something else I can do in here? After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. I'm not going to have time to read these out loud. Most of one of them was very long. I don't know how many of these I'm going to... That's pretty good. Okay, final warning on the email about skeletons. That's pretty good. Alright, I will poke around a little bit. Cargo lift. I have jumped off to my death. It was nice. Hmm. This is cool. It's neat seeing the design ideas. Wonder what else we can find. I feel like this is the room where I start to get a little, I feel a little weird. Zending. I don't know if I've done that. I did the freedom. Countdown desk. I know. I understand that now. I love that this is an in-game navigable museum. Oh, that's my exit. Is this anything? That's the boss's office.
Supposed to be in the story. Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible? See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Stanley stood on the roof. Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to.
Some outtakes. Okay. Let's go back to the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I pulled the switch, now I can't see.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No, I'm gonna let it
As
happen.
you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
I accept
Start
that.
now and it'll be your only true choice.
I accept the end.
Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Oh, we're really hanging out on that for a little bit, aren't we? Okay. Well. What? Hold on. Huh? Pick up the phone.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
What? Why did that happen? That hasn't happened before. What the hell? I was gonna stop, but what? There's no narrator.
When Stanley came to
Ah!
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really
I do
been
think I
worth
need
the
to
detour
stop.
after all, just to spend a few.
I've gone more than an hour. I do need to stop, but there was a phone ringing. I had to go check it out. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what that means. Maybe it'll still happen next time. Who knows? Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I will see you all next time. Bye.